Everything that rocks, Laser 103.3. Andy Hall live in the Laser studio with a very special guest, a man that probably needs no introduction, but for the sake of earning my paycheck, ladies and gentlemen, Corey Taylor joins me in studio. Everybody was kung fu fighting.
Yes. Pop drops?
I love
pop drops. I love me some pop drops. You know what I've got going on right now? I've got chocolate and cherry.
One side and the other.
That's how bad. That's how righteous I am.
Perfect combination.
I'm a man on the edge. I don't know. You notice that?
He's here in studio. He's graced us with his presence free of charge today, I might add.
Yeah.
I really appreciate that.
You're welcome.
LAZERfest 2011 is just around the corner.
Yeah.
Sunday, May 15th at the Indianola Balloon Grounds. Let's take you back, Corey, to August of 2002. Stone Sour making their first real big appearance at our very first LAZERfest.
That's true.
And then it was maybe just a week later that the debut album came out.
Yeah.
Look how far we've come. You're now headlining our biggest show.
Well, it's about time. I mean, we've been waiting on a call, and quite frankly, I blame you. And thanks, dude. Whatever. You know, I mean,
you should blame me. It's all me.
I do blame you.
Absolutely.
I can't blame Ryan. Look at his hair.
Yeah,
I mean, right? Am I? Oh,
it's beautiful.
Just kidding, Ryan.
Absolutely gorgeous.
You don't look anything. You don't look a day over 29. I'm just saying. Maybe
pop drop.
Yeah, pop drop. Pop drop. They're delicious.
Anyway, we've had Stone Sour at the original LAZERfest in 2002. We brought you along in 2003 to celebrity guest MC the event.
Yeah, that was when I declared my candidacy for mayor.
You did.
And I lost horribly.
Yep.
But there's some cool T-shirts out there.
There are. And in fact, if you look real close on eBay, if you search the right thing, you might just find one.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah, it's some kind of weird, like Uncle Sam with my face doing the gurn. And it's like, it's not attractive whatsoever. I mean, that's why I didn't wear one. But
we did our damnedest though that year, and we tried. We really did.
Yeah. And then, I mean, in all honesty, all jokes aside, I'm very happy with the way everything's turned out, man. I'm really glad that it'll be towards the end of this headlining run that we're doing right now, the Avalanche tour. Mm-hmm. It'll be perfect, I mean, it's like our homecoming show, I mean, we haven't played around here in a while, and what better way than to get up with the folks, keep the kids up late, shake up those bubble up glass bottles that you find clear in the back in Hy-Vee, that you still don't know. I believe they're bottled in Mexico. I don't know. I could be wrong, but it's going to be a great day. I'm really stoked.
We're stoked, too. It's a great lineup. Besides Stone Sour, you guys are co-headlining with Avenged Sevenfold, who you've spent some time on the road with.
Yeah. I got to know them really well.
Yeah, and they put on a great show, too. So.
Oh, yeah. Great dudes, great music. It's going to be a blast. This will be one of the biggest concerts that Iowa has ever seen.
Yeah, we look forward to it. Over 25,000 at last year's show. And, of course, you guys were, I believe, just getting ready to put out the latest album, Audio Secrecy.
We were going to, we were kind of put feelers out to get on that last one, but we were kind of in the middle of, still kind of getting everything together and everything. So it was kind of a crapshoot where we were going to be able to do it or not. And finally, we were like, you know what? We're not going to keep them on the line. Let's just do what we're doing. We'll come back next year. I mean, we did the same with Rock on the Range in Ohio.
Yep.
And I'm really glad it's working out this way.
Yeah, that the new album, by the way, Audio Secrecy, your best work yet, in my opinion.
Thank you.
I've been a fan all along, of course, ever since Bother came along and blew up everybody's request lines. And to think, that was almost 10 years ago.
Oh, don't say that.
I have to say that.
But you know what that means? That means it was 10 years before that the band was started. So
1993 was it?
Don't do the math on that. Do not do the math on that. Let's just say we're celebrating the 10th anniversary of our 10-year anniversary. What? I don't know.
I'm a big fan of a lot of the sounds that you guys put together on these songs.
Yeah.
You've done so many different things throughout the first two albums, and then to grow continually into Audio Secrecy. Give me an idea of some of the things you learned along the way that you applied to what became Audio Secrecy.
I guess the biggest thing that I learned was take a chance. I mean, it's so easy to rest on your laurels. It's so easy to perpetuate the same thing over and over. That's the safe route. when you change it up, when you do different things, you expand. Now you're expanding what you're known for doing. You know what I'm saying? And it's jarring at first. Change is always violent. But at the end of the day, it's worth it, you know? I mean, I remember when we did, not even bother, but when Through Glass came out, and people were like, oh, he's selling out, blah, 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 blah. And then this album comes out. Nobody says anything about Say You'll Haunt Me, but then Hesitate, which is a beautiful, sweet song, it comes out, oh, he's done it. This is it. He'll never get away with it, you know, blah, blah, blah. And here it is. It's top 5 at Active. It's doing really well. So people like the song. Sorry. I write really good songs.
Yeah, I don't think you need to apologize for that. You've made fans over the years with the various projects that you've been involved in.
If you're not growing, you're dying at the end of the day. And that's something that I learned early on, you know? I mean, honestly, I learned that when we were in Slipknot, you know? We were different. We did do different things. And because we kept doing that, we were able to really leave this great legacy, you know, and the same goes for Stone Sour. The great thing about our albums is that you never know what you're going to get with our albums, and that is what keeps people coming back. No matter what they say, you get a song as heavy as Mission Statement, and then a song as beautifully sweet as Hesitate, and people are going, oh, whatever, I don't hear it. You're going to buy the album again, you know, because you never know what we're going to do next.
Funny thing about you, Corey, is that you do write beautiful songs, and I'll submit to you that I think even a lot of Slipknot's work is beautiful in so many ways. You know, the music is obviously different. You've got 9 members putting this sound together, and I don't know how the hell it comes together, but it always does. And with Stone Sour, it's just a different dynamic with the players. It's the music and the songs you've written. You can write a mean hook. Let's put it that way.
I don't want to brag, but they're fattening. All right, I'm just saying. All right, there are some serious calories in those junk food hooks.
What sorts of songs from the new album are you playing live right now, besides the singles?
We're playing a lot, man. I mean, we're playing Mission Statement, Say You'll Haunt Me, Hesitate. God, what else? We're thinking about bringing Dying out. We're doing, oh God, what else are we doing? We're doing a lot, actually. Like the first half of the set is pretty much, like for the most part, it's all like audio secrecy.
Cool.
We're doing digital. We're playing, I think, Unfinished. I mean, there's a lot of stuff from the new album, and then we're playing some of like our favorites from Come Whatever May. Like obviously, we're doing Through Glass. We're doing Made of Scars.
Oh, good.
But at the same time, we're dusting off some cool stuff from the first album. Like I believe we're bringing Tumult back.
No.
Yeah, man. We haven't played that song. In probably 7 years. So it's like we were like threatening to do it for like a year and a half. And we're like, let's just do it. So we've got a good, solid lineup that's it's really gonna take you up and down. And then at the end, everything collides with 30-31-50. It's gonna be great, man.
Absolutely. Again, the show is on May 15th. That's a Sunday at the Indianola Balloon Grounds, and it's been a while since you've been back there. In fact, I think it was 2009 you played with the Junk Beer Kidnap
with
Band.
JBKB. Yeah, that was a mess.
Let me get a little off subject, if I may. You've written a book.
Yes.
Can you tell me a little bit about it?
I can.
I would love to hear about it.
You mean now?
That'll be 59 cents per minute.
You mean right now?
Right now.
Okay, yeah. I wrote a book called 7 Deadly Sins, Settling the Argument Between Born Bad and Damaged Good. And it's basically me taking the wind out of the sails of these so-called 7 deadly sins. And it's me basically making the statement that these sins, these quote-unquote sins, are not sins. They're human error. They're human characteristics. They are human ore. It's what we are. It's the way we make mistakes and learn from them and go on to be better people. Labeling them sins is like a brand on your chest. You live with it forever. So it's me basically kind of taking the piss out of them, balancing that with stories from when I was growing up, on the road, like a lot of crazy stuff. And basically saying, look, I experienced every one of these so-called sins, and I've come out on the other side a better person for it. So how can they be sins? How can they be something that are bad? How can these be the damnation of the eternal soul? I even go so far as to offer 7 new deadly sins, like to update everybody updates their software. Am I right? I mean, so why not update these? We live in an age where everyone wants updates now. Everyone is technologically, they need to have updates right now. So why not treat these sins as such? And I mean, it's funny, it's serious, it's smart, it's probably going to get me sued. But at the end of the day, I'm very proud of the fact that I wrote it. This was not a ghost ride. Like, nobody ghost wrote this. I wrote the whole thing, so if it sucks, it's my fault.
How long have you been working on that, by the way?
Oh, I wrote it in 2 months.
Really?
I wrote it while we were recording Audio Secrecy.
Wow.
And it took me very little time. I would work all day at the studio, go back to the house that we were living at, and just write all night, turn around, do the same thing over again. And before I knew it, I had, 75,000 words, man. I was 11 chapters. I was like, holy God, now what? I mean, it's taken longer to put the thing together than it did for me to write it. Let's put it that way.
Do you have a game plan as far as the release goes?
July 14th, I believe, is the U.S. Release date. And I'm not sure where, but I'm doing a book tour, a limited book tour, and I'm definitely going to put Des Moines on it. So
cool.
It'll be like sometime in July once I get back from being overseas.
How long will it be before you turn into a Henry Rollins type of performer where you're balancing like a stage act where you actually take that out? Because I could see you doing something like that.
Dude, I would love to do that, man. Like, that would be so much fun. But, to be honest, I mean, there's so many more things that I want to do first, Like, I've got so many more things ahead of me that I want to do, music-wise, literary, I mean, there's just a lot of things that I want to do before I kind of go out and do the Dig Me tour, and I'm not taking anything away from Rollins. Seeing him do that is one of the few things that I actually get out of the house to see, and I enjoy it thoroughly. I don't know if I'm there yet. You know what I'm saying? If the chance came up, I would totally do it. I mean, but just in the last year and a half, I've started doing real acoustic shows, so I'll get there, hopefully.